how does it feel to perform in Brazil with 11 sold-out shows?
I mean, you guys are Brazilians, so you are used to it, but for us it's like coming to paradise, you know, in terms of the people. I mean, we're so lucky where we get to go everywhere in the world. People are very special. And Brazil is just, has its own particular magic.
What do you mean?
I mean that if you're a performer, it's like landing in heaven, you know? And there are other places like that also, but it's just a gift. Every day here is a gift.
That's a great description. I see Coldplay like it's constantly climbing a mountain, like up, up, up. How does it feel like to, if you would look down today, what would you see?
I see, I don't look down, I keep looking up.
All right.
So all I see is more mountain.
You don't look back.
I feel like we always can improve, and we're always trying to make more connection. That's really our aim at this point, is to feel the connection with people and hopefully help people feel connection between each other.
Perfect. How did you know you guys was the group you wanted to form? Like, was the chemistry or the balance of the chemistry? I don't know. Let me know.
Well, I know your podcast is quite new, right? But it's 3 of you, right?
Yeah, it's 2 years. It's
yes. So maybe it's
compared
the same.
to Coldplay. Yeah, it's new.
Yeah, it's the same. It's like, you know, if you've been given a gift, maybe you know if you've been given a gift. So I knew I had been given the gift of songs and of a certain thing, but I've had a feeling that I was not supposed to do that on my own, not supposed to do that solo. And so when I met the other guys, it felt like the right clothing somehow. And they provide something. They have different gifts. Mm-hmm. So it's like any group of people where you can only create something special together, and when you're separate, it's less special. Mm-hmm. And that's how you know.
We have some gifts to you.
Oh, thank you.
Here in Venus, we do like a special sticker for the episode.
Okay.
It's an exclusive art.
Yeah.
And people can like download this online for free.
Okay.
But we made it a gift for you.
Hey, thank you, Chris.
If you want to open. Our artist's name is Gigalvão. He's amazing. Yeah.
Okay. I met some great artists here in Sao Paulo.
Yeah.
So lucky. Hey, that's beautiful. I love this.
You like it?
Yes, I love it. That's beautiful. And it's very accurate.
Yeah, it is.
That's how
He's amazing.
Look at Johnny's green eyes. That's gorgeous.
And Venus is there, no?
Venus is there, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Saturn, I think. Or, I don't know.
I think it's here, but the board won't let us see.
I love it. All right, thank you. Here we go.
Yeah.
A gente se sentiu representada com o Vênus no show, né?
Obrigado. Valeu.
De nada.
Gratidão.
Você pode resgatar esse emblema gratuitamente com o código que é Coldplay.
Yeah. I'm sorry I don't speak Portuguese. It's very embarrassing.
No problem.
That's why I decided to do your podcast, because I was like, I need to be more brave with Portuguese interviews.
So let's speak Portuguese, and you...
I just say sí or no.
Okay.
Because I sometimes I understand certain words because I really love speaking Spanish or trying to speak Spanish and French. But there's an accent that is so difficult because of the eu, that sound.
Eu.
I'm not used to that sound.
Eu.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can't get
It's
it.
hard.
Yeah.
But you speak Portuguese very well in the concert.
I mean, that's not true, but thank you.
Is there a paper?
Yes.
Oh.
I have a really beautiful teacher called Juliana. She's a school teacher here. And she came to help me. I mean, I always practiced, like when we were in Rock in Rio, had a really great teacher there. But there's certain different things in Rio, I guess. So I met this teacher here, Juliana, and I say, I'd like to say this, I'd like to say this. And then she says it and I write it how I hear it. So I have it written down on the floor, but no one else can understand because it's not correct. It's just how I hear it. Mm-hmm. So it's like, a gente muito feliz de estar aqui com vocês. Like,
that's really great.
no. But it doesn't look like Portuguese. It looks like a weird alien language.
I've seen it when we were on stage tour. I've seen it.
Yes, when I took a bunch of people on the stage tour. Yeah.
That was awesome, by the way.
A gente fica muito curiosa a respeito dessas viagens, né? Assim, eu imagino que tem a parte muito legal de fazer os shows e a parte complicada de estar longe de casa. Eu queria saber o que pra você é mais legal disso e o que não é tão legal.
There are no bad parts because we love what we do so much. And even beyond the music and the band, we are so privileged and fortunate because everywhere we go, all we see is the great parts of humans. We see people singing and dancing and being kind to each other. So even without the concert, it's a very uplifting feeling. And I know that a lot of the world is not like that a lot of the time. So that is like a drug, seeing good things everywhere. The routine is very disciplined, but it's not bad or difficult. It's especially as you get older and as the shows get bigger, and as you realize that the show is not really about you, it's about everybody, then the routine becomes very easy. So it's very disciplined. It's like diet, and it's like being an athlete, really, like playing soccer or being in the Olympics or something. Mm-hmm. It's all the same things: diet and fitness and rest and all of that stuff. But there's no bad sides. Mm-hmm. When you're sick, it's difficult. When, like last year, I got very sick from some toxic stuff, but that was okay. Mm-hmm. It was okay.
E com as pulseiras, você conseguiu criar um show para você, né? Na direção dos seus olhos.
Those wristbands really changed our lives because they really allowed us to make a bigger connection between people and to make everybody part of the
How does it work,
show.
the technical part of the bracelets?
I don't know.
Great.
They were
Next question.
They were designed, or the original ones were designed 13 years ago. And the man that designed them is a very sweet guy called Jason, who used to make batteries for sex toys. So he was very good with small batteries.
Vibration and colors.
With vibration and color. And he made these things, and he somehow through our fifth member, our creative director, Phil, my best friend, this guy, Jason, approached Phil and said, I've invented these wristbands, but they're very expensive. And Phil told me, and we said, we'll take them. And they are very expensive. That's where we spend most of our money. But they're worth the money because
it is amazing.
They just make it a different thing. You're not watching the band, you're watching the crowd.
Mm-hmm. And remember, you have to return it.
Yeah, you do have to return it because they're so expensive.
Yeah. Talking about the show, I've been to 3 Coldplay shows.
Yes.
That's a small number, but 2 only this week. And even if it's the same show, for me, it's not the same. It's another experience. I thought it was like, it is like chocolate. I know how it tastes, but when I take a bite, it's always another experience, and it's beautiful. How is that for you?
I mean, I really miss chocolate. I love chocolate so much, but I don't.
Oh.
I don't eat it anymore because of being old. And
you can't eat it anymore?
For a few reasons, but
okay.
I used to eat so much chocolate, so I know what you mean.
Okay.
I think that concerts are always different. If you look at the audience, it's always different audience. There's always a different old person or different kids or different group of young women. There's so many people there that it's never boring.
It's never.
My father, for example, has probably seen 200 shows maybe. I don't know if he really watches the show. He's watching people and meeting people. He's around, yeah. I mean, he's part of the show, really. But I think it's always different because of where you are and who is there.
And he's part of the business or just like being around
No.
family?
My dad is like our ambassador, you know. He's very old-fashioned English gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
He spent a lot of years working in a job that he didn't really like so that he could pay for his kids, me and my family, my siblings. And so when we started to be able to travel, and I said, come as much as you can, because I like to give him back something that he enjoys, because he worked so hard for so long. Yeah.
And your mom too, right?
Yes, she doesn't like to travel so much. In that, she doesn't like to be on tour so much. She also works as a music teacher and a therapist.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Was that the main reason that you became an artist?
One of the reasons, I think. Yeah.
Tell us about the show. The show is divided on 4 acts.
Yes.
First one is planets, right?
Yes.
Second one is moons, then stars, and home. Explain that to us, please.
Okay. Well, the whole concept of this is I'm going to do it and then you have to translate. The whole concept of music of the spheres comes from a book called The Mysticism of Sound and Music, where it's talking about how the universe, everything is vibration. Our bodies, everything we see is molecules vibrating. So in a way, the whole universe is sound and vibration. And I guess the music of the spheres is an ancient concept. I don't know enough about it. I think it's from ancient Greece. Someone like Pythagoras or something like that.
Yeah, it's from Greece, yes.
Okay.
The music of the spheres.
But I can't remember which writer. But to me, it just means the sort of the vibration between all things. And so we decided to call this period of our band Music of the Spheres because we are just trying to show or feel the connectedness between all people and all things. And the reason we sing about aliens or other planets is not really about aliens or other planets. We're talking about how we feel about life on Earth, but without naming any names.
Oh, okay. You think so much about universe and stars. Now you're in Venus.
Yeah, exactly. So there we go. That's why it was a good idea. So yeah, all of it right now is just a way of singing about love, ultimately.
Talking about vibration, there's like a special thing for deaf people.
Yes.
To feel it, the vibration.
Yes.
It's like an accessible show, right?
Yeah. My partner, Dakota, she, for Christmas 2 years ago, she said, I found this, what's it called? Sub pack. It's called a sub bass. And you put it on your body and you connect it to the music and it's like, you feel it like that. And she said, I also found this woman in Texas, I think, who works out how to use these sub packs in a concert so that people who are hearing impaired can feel the concert. So I said, we got to do that. And so now we have, I think, 10 or 20 of them. And so on the platform for differently abled people, we have a sign
language.
And then also these packs. And when you wear the pack, it's cool. It's very like, ooh, feels good. I think it's a good vibrating thing.
That's amazing. How did you meet the band? How did you meet the band?
I met the first member, Phil, at school. You don't see him. He's behind the scenes. He's our
manager.
No, he's our creative director, and he's one of our managers. Yeah, he's like the boss.
Phil, okay.
Yeah, he's like the president, and I met him when we were 13 because I loved his sister.
Oh, I see.
And for a short time, she loved me too.
And you became closer to her brother.
And then I fell in love with her brother. Yeah, and we stayed together forever. So we've spoken every day for 33 years. That's crazy, yeah. And then the others we met in London at college when we were 18, 19.
Everyone at college?
Yeah, everyone in the same building. We were all in the same residency, you know?
I heard Will telling a story that he was not a drummer.
No.
His roommate was a drummer.
His roommate was a drummer. Yeah.
Tell us about this story.
So our drummer Will was living with this guy who owned a drum set, and we needed some drums on a recording we were making when it was just 3 of us. And so we went to this house, which was Will's house, and this other guy did not show up. And so Will said, "I'll have a go."
If
and
you have an opportunity, take it.
Yeah, and he sat down and he started playing, and I was like, "Oh, that's him."
Uh-huh.
Yeah, immediately he went. Rapom, rapom.
And you've been together for
26 years. Yeah,
26 years.
Yeah.
You get along well?
Yeah. It's like any relationship, you know. It's about communication and understanding. I think this has taken me much longer in my love relationships, but in the band we figured it out early. Like, you have to let everybody be themselves and have your own space
and respect it
and listen to everyone. And we're really lucky that we've been able to do that. And Phil is a big part of that because he can see when someone needs extra time or extra attention. And yeah.
What do you do in your free time that nobody imagines?
I mean, I surf and
You surf.
I love music, though. I do music. It's an obsession, you know. So when we finish a show, I like to go and work out how can we make tomorrow better. Music is also my hobby. But I like to walk around. I like to explore places where I shouldn't be exploring.
You showed up at drum rehearsal.
Yeah.
In USP.
Yeah.
How was that?
So this is one of the things I like to do, is just walk around and trust the universe and see what happens. And so I was walking, what's the big park called by all the statues?
Ibirapuera.
Okay, yeah, which is beautiful.
Yeah,
where the
park.
Afro-Brazilian Museum is.
Uh-huh.
And so many beautiful trees and coconuts. And so I was walking, and then in the distance I could hear like... So I was like, where is that?
You were harrowed.
And I walked a bit closer, and then we had to cross like 5 freeways. So dangerous. And I was with security guards, and they're like, please don't go here. I said, no, we got to go. And eventually we found, and it was a school, and I asked if I could go and listen, and they said, yeah, okay.
Você conseguiu provar comidas brasileiras?
Not really. I don't eat very much anymore. I have eaten Brazilian food, of course. Everything I'm eating right now is Brazilian.
Nós trouxemos uma das maiores especiarias brasileiras para você.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's called brigadeiro.
Yay. That's okay. I'm going to share it with you. Here, you guys can all have this.
Uh-huh.
You want one?
Quer?
Yes.
No, take it. Thank you so
Pronto.
much.
Vamos dividir o brigadeiro.
Thank you so much.
Passa lá.
Let me smell it, though.
Uh-huh.
That's very good. That's very good cocoa. Here, you guys can have these.
Last question. I want to know about Angel Moon.
Okay.
Whose voice is that? Because my friend was like, that's definitely Selena Gomez. I was like, no, I don't think that's her.
Well, on record, her voice is my voice.
No way.
Pitched up.
No way.
And then in the concert, one time when she sings, it's my voice, and another time it's 2 sisters called Paris and Amber from a band called We Are King. So sometimes they are Angel Moon, and on record, that's me.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I love singing for her, but not everybody else does. So, and you do voices also, right?
Yeah, I impersonate some voice.
Which voices?
Oh, Google Brazil female assistant.
Okay, let me hear.
Yeah. Okay. Lights will guide you home.
Okay, that's great.
Like, em português, você chegou ao seu destino. Em 200 metros, vire à direita. How did you know that?
I got told, you know.
Oh, okay.
You do voices?
Não.
Você fala que você é uma comediante de stand-up.
É. Vai lá, filha!
Filha, conta!
Eu sou comediante, na verdade. Eu faço stand-up comedy.
You do comedy. Yeah.
She's great.
Yeah.
She's very good.
Are you like, what kind of comedy? Is it political? Is it mean? Is it surreal? Is it, what is it?
Não, é do dia a dia, observações do cotidiano, situações de casal.
So you're very shy, but you have a podcast and you do stand-up comedy.
She's lying,
you're not
okay?
shy at all.
She's not shy at all.
Yeah. Were you talented when you were a kid? Yeah.
Você era talentosa quando era criança?
Yes, you
Não.
were.
Absolutamente tímida.
Really?
Absolutely shy.
Really? So what day did you say, okay, today I'm going to be a stand-up comedian?
Um amigo meu começou a fazer, eu escrevi alguma coisa pra ele fazer, como
Some
roteirista.
material, right?
Quando ele leu, ele falou, você tem que fazer.
Which was the first joke that you wrote for him?
He's the host now.
Yeah, but,
He's hosting this.
but I wanted, which was the first joke?
Eu mesma escrevi. Na verdade, foi uma coisa que aconteceu de verdade. Eu dava aula, eu era professora e o resto você sabe. Do corredor.
Do corredor.
How to translate it?
Oh.
Because corridor in
Corridor.
Corredor.
corridor in Portuguese is the same word for runner.
Okay.
So
Oh, corridor,
it's
like-
a pun to make
Okay.
it, so the corridor, and so
She used to be a teacher,
yeah.
and she was like, "Don't run in here."
Or like, don't run in the corridors.
Yeah.
Don't be a
And the
runner
kid
in
was
the
like-
runners.
Yeah.
It's the corridor.
That's good. Okay.
E isso aconteceu de verdade, então isso eu levei pro palco no primeiro momento.
Well, there are so many stories that I would like to talk about, but unfortunately, we have to end this podcast. But
I have to go.
no, yeah, you have so many shows.
We have so many shows, but I just want to say thank you to you guys, and also thank you to anybody who's been coming to the shows or listening. We love it here. We love being in Brazil. We're so grateful. You're so special,
Thank you.
and you should know that. I know that there's always internal conflict, like in every country, but every Brazilian I meet is cool as fuck. So that's my speech.
It means a lot to us Brazilian fans,
Yeah.
and thank you for coming. Like
It's
it
a
means a
pleasure.
lot to us.
No, it's good. I want to support what you guys are doing.
Thank you so much.
It's cool.